Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, well, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I am about a year and a half back into collecting comics. I like all kinds of things. Bronze Age, Silver Age, back issues. I love the dollar bins. I love whatever is happening at the local comic shop. And if that sounds like something up your alley, then why don't you stick around for the next, 15 minutes as we take a look at my pulls this week. I do have a pull list with my LCS, and I've got all kinds of great stuff this week. So why don't you like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in this? I'd love to build a community of people who are just interested in comic books, in the art form, and in the magic that is comics. So why don't you take a look over here, and we'll have a look at what I got. All right, so let's get into it. This is a pull list video, and as per usual, we also do this in alphabetical order, and then we start with the Amazing Spider-Man. Here we go, folks. This is Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 6, number 51. This is cover A, done by Ed McGuinness. Kind of true to the John Romita style as well. I looked at this a couple of times, at least on the FOC, thinking that this was going to be a John Romita Jr. cover. It is not, but very nice. I love how full it is. I love that you can see Spider-Man if you want to, but then he kind of gets lost when you're looking at everybody else behind there. Get the Sinister Six. We get the Sinister Six, which is obviously something that's developing in this book. Great cover. Of course, we had to get some variant covers, and like I said, Scotty Young was making his appearance in this month, and I think a little bit of next month, maybe just this month. But here we go. This is Volume 6 of ASM, number 51. Scotty Young's big Marvels variant. That's just beautiful stuff. Can't say no to a beautiful Spider-Man cover. And it's cute, and it's not over the top. Love it. This one as well. I had to get this one. This is just a gorgeous cover. Not familiar with this artist, but this is, again, Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 6, number 51, the latest issue. This is a Tony Harris variant, and I just think it is gorgeous. I don't know who Tony Harris is, but it's going to be on my radar now. Super, super awesome. Just great. I love it. I love the symbols for the Sinister Six. I love the way Spidey looks. I love that he's on the Daily Bugle. It's so cool. It's kind of a Batman thing almost, but just great to see Spidey, and beautiful cover. Well, shifting gears over to DC and talking about Batman. Here we go. This is Batman issue number 148. I am collecting the covers of this run from 125 to 150. That's my goal. And this cover, this is the Wu Chul Lee cardstock variant. And I say on the FOC it looked really nice. I still like it. I'm just concerned about the waist down. It threw me off a little bit. I really love the face. It looked a lot better on the FOC. And as a cover collector, this is something that that is near and dear with the way I collect. And a little disappointed in this cover. Probably not going to get into the cover of the year category, but I am collecting this run. I might get a different one. I'll look around. I think there's a Pride Month one which I actually really liked. I might get that. We have that, and keeping along in DC, one of my favorite books. This is Birds of Prey number 10. That's a Leonardo Romero. That's a cover A. I love his work. I love Big Barda. I love seeing her on the cover, and I just love the way he draws. It's sort of Kirby-esque. It's very Silver Age, and this is a fun book. I am collecting this till issue 12. There are a couple of issues after 12 that I do want to get, but really I was just looking forward to reading a full year's run of Birds of Prey. I do love this book, and I will always come back to Birds of Prey, but we're going to put them up on the shelf for a little while, and dig into some different comics when we find them. But of course, as per usual with Birds of Prey, I had to get the variant. Right here, we got a Francisco Francavilla cardstock variant, a Black Canary and Big Barda. Again, looked a little bit better on the FOC. As a cover collector, this hurts a little bit. Not hitting 1,000, but it's all good. It's all good. I like it. This is a book that Should have been in last week, but it was missed, or maybe even the week before. This is a beautiful cover. This is Black Widow and Hawkeye, number 3. It's a Ben Harvey variant. I don't think this is getting all the praise that it should. I've really enjoyed the book. I've seen a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. I've seen a handful of people really not liking this book. That was on League of Comic Geeks, but I'm liking it, and I'm just going to keep reading it till the series is through. I think it's only a 4-issue mini, so we're good. I'm just about done. But that beautiful cover. Here we got something. I'm always waiting for this one. Seems to take a while to come in, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just anticipation. This is Crashdown number 4. It's a David Mack variant, if you couldn't tell. It's a cool book from Comic Tom Garcia, Ryan Sargent, and Ben Temple-Smith. It's done through Massive and Whatnot Publishing. I've really liked this. I think it's under the radar as well. It's kind of Lost-esque. It's probably going to feel kind of like Alien at some point. It's been fun. I liked it. Really didn't go in with much expectations. Was just curious what Comic Tom was going to be making. And I loved the covers. And here we are, really enjoying this book. It's nice to have some books to read instead of just always collecting for the cover. And when they can do 2 things at once, it's even better. And this one gets pretty darn close. This is Get Fury number 2, a Dave Johnson cover. This is the cover A. And I actually think cover A is better than cover B. It's kind of old school, a little pulpy in a way too, but cool. And this comic has been absolutely fantastic. I wasn't that familiar with Max Comics and sort of the more adult side of Marvel, but this has been, I guess this is this is only 1 issue, but that first issue really floored me for a Marvel book, and it was great to see Fury and the Punisher together. Well, on the same page anyway. Here we got a great number 1, highly anticipated, I think. This is Scarlet number 1 from Image, of course, the Energon universe. This is a Joelle Jones variant. I think cover A was really nice as well, but I saw this. I like the ninja presence. I really thought this was cool, and I'm a sucker for a great variant. I love Scarlet. I love that old school outfit of hers. I hope this book is as good as Cobra Commander and Duke, because then we're in for a good time this summer. Same with Destro. I hope that's just as good as those other 2 books. Back to DC. Here we got one of my favorites. This is Shazam number 12. So the Dan Mora cover A. I was going to end this run too at number 12, but there are some cool covers coming in for 13 and 14, specifically 14, that I want to collect, and I would just hate to have a short gap in the run, so I'm just going to keep collecting this until issue 14. But this is really where I was going to end it, and it's been a great book. Creative team is a little bit different right now, which hasn't been bad either, but again, I just wanted to experience Shazam and then move on, find some other things. Now I know I like him, I can always come back to him. This is a cool book as well. This is Space Ghost from Dynamite. This is issue number 2. It's the Bjorn Barons variant. I'm going to get all of his covers because these are just beautiful. I just love it. Super, super cool. First issue was okay. I'm going to give it like maybe a 7 out of 10, something like that. But yeah, I think an issue 2 is worth reading. And I'm going to collect them all if Barons is going to keep doing these covers. And I think this is a limited series. I don't think this is ongoing. Got a little Johnny Quest preview there as well. Here's something I just couldn't say no to. Another sketch variant. This is Ultimate Spider-Man number 2. This is the 4th printing. One of these days, I'm going to go to a Comic-Con, or I'm going to meet an artist at a show somewhere and have some of these blanks that I'm going to get them to sketch something on. I think that'd be really cool. I love that idea. I love that comic publishers give you this option. I think it's super, super cool. I like it a lot. And of course, Ultimate Spider-Man. You just can't go wrong. And then here we go, the last book for the week, and a big one. This is X-Men number 35, or Legacy 700. Once again, we got a Scotty Young Big Marvels variant. Cyclops. Love Cyclops, one of my favorite Marvel heroes. Super cool cover. Strictly got it for the cover. Not reading X-Men. I will read it now when it starts over, and looking forward to that, but couldn't resist this. And folks, like I said, that is everything. So let's get out of here and back to the real world, shall we? Well, hopefully you like what you saw, and if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to grow this channel, and like I said earlier, I'd love to develop a small community of people who are interested in comics, who are interested in covers, the classic stories, all of that stuff, and I'd like to get those of you who are new into the hobby as well, as we're just walking through this journey together. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Join me next week for another pull list video, and until then, remember, comics are good.